Okay, it's Tuesday morning, March 1st, and here we go again. I'm thinking it was a mistake to post that video on the internet last night and say we were in Green River because the weather forecasts were probably listening. Well, the third day in a row we're out here playing in the snow. We're on I-70. Just coming up to the Colorado border, the western Colorado border. So, boy, we left Green River this morning. The roads were wet, but clear, and it didn't take more than about 10 miles for the snow to start accumulating. And we're out here. There's a little bit of traffic in the other direction, but most of the semis have gotten off, which is a little bit concerning, but we're mushing on. And so far, you know, nothing too steep or deep, as long as the wind doesn't get too crazy. And once again, the weather app says what now?
What did it say?
It said we're supposed to drive right out of this in about a half an hour. So we're looking forward to that. But we have heard that idea before. Welcome to colorful Colorado. And by colorful, today we mean black and white. Oh, here we're in Glenwood Canyon. Beautiful with the dusting of snow.
Rock formations.
Coming up on Gypsum here, and there's just coming around the corner, there's Sue and John's old house. We do miss it. Looks pretty much the same.
There's always a check for you.
Yeah, well, that's our plan.
Okay, you beep when you back up like all the heavy equipment, huh? Off he goes. Well, hello. We're just passing a sign that says Bear Crossing here on I-25. We're coming up on the border, the southern border, heading into New Mexico. And, well, for those farm report watchers, we've been a little bit, we haven't recorded much in the last few days. While we're in Colorado, we were just so busy visiting people. We had a nice time in Fort Morgan with Terry's brother Bob and his wife Jenny, and we had then came down to Denver and have been staying with my sister Sue and Chuck. Thank you very much for your hospitality, Sue and Chuck. And we got to see my good old high school friend Joe Stanley, and then we got to visit with Terry's sister Marty and some of her nieces, Sandra, Michelle, and Nicole, and their families.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle, for hosting. And we got to see Jenny's mom, Carol. Spent an afternoon with her, and so yeah, it's just been boom to boom to boom. And this morning we hit the road. We're headed to Albuquerque by way of Santa Fe, where we're we're going to stop and see some farm report watchers who caught the last video and heard the word Albuquerque, and Denver and Albuquerque said, "Hey, you'll be passing by Santa Fe. Stop by and see us." So okay, well we can't resist a fan. So,
right.
There's of all the millions of watchers, 15 I think, maybe 16. So we got to take care of our fan base out there where we got them, and stop in and see. So we'll be doing that. But we're just crossing into New Mexico. Very pretty here in the mountains at the very southern edge of Colorado.
And there's very little snow.
much none on the road.
Yeah.
Much better weather.
Yeah.
We're gonna get spoiled with this.
Yeah. It's supposed to be warmer, 60s. Okay. Farm
Look
report.
who we found. Along with some cool cars.
That will be fine. So you will.
We finally found where the Chevy is. Right now, about to cross into the southwest corner of Colorado, and we have had a wonderful visit. We spent about 3 days in Albuquerque and got to see Sue and John and Russ and Nancy and Daryl and Griffin and some other. You got to see some other lady friends of Sue's, and you had a fun time, didn't you?
Yep.
All right. But we are heading slowly back to the farm on our 3-day trip. And so far, it's cloudy out here, but the weather's been fine and the roads are absolutely clear. No snow to be seen really, except in the distant mountains. And we're looking forward to a nice drive home.
Rock formation here. And I'm going to go over here and some mountains. There we go. I'm learning. This is.
Didn't like this one.
Oh.
As pretty as it was, now the post is in the way.
Oh, there we go. I got it.
We just left Dove Creek, Colorado, big whopping metropolis of 6,800 people in southwest Colorado, and we're heading almost ready to cross the border into southeast Utah, and we're enjoying the weather that our 100% reliable weather app told us that we'd be enjoying today, which is partly sunny weather with no precipitation. We're beginning to feel like maybe we got a crosshairs or something on our back. I don't know, but so far it's pretty and it's not sticking to the road. So let's hope it stays that way. Like the last video, the good news is if you're watching this one, we made it home alive.
We are crossing into Utah. driving in Utah. We're close to Moab. It's just all this pretty stuff here.
Just passing by the entrance to Arches National Park.
Just enjoying the scenery.
This is our windshield this morning in Price, Utah. In our motel lot. Coming up on Helper, Utah.
This is day 2 of our road home.
And look at the stripes on those mountains with the snow and the red rock. Now, for those of you that don't know why this is called Helper, Utah, it's because this is a railroad town and we're about to start uphill here going into these mountains. And at this place on the railroad, the trains would stop and attach another engine called a helper engine, and that's how it got the name Helper, Utah. And you can actually see some of the old train cars up along the hill there. I do believe they have an old train museum here too.
Just keeps getting prettier.
Yeah. Whee. Now here we are at Spanish Forks Rest Area. The train-themed rest area with a little roundhouse, picnic area, and the little engine that could. Very beautiful. Welcome to Idaho. Buggity, buggity, buggity. We're trucking down the road with the hammer down and making time. And it's a beautiful sunny day here in southern Idaho with snow on the ground. We spent the night in Price, Utah last night, and it did snow for about the last half hour heading into town. Fortunately, it did not snow too much, so we jumped on the road this morning. Roads were wet but clear, and it's a nice sunny day, and we're having us a good time. I did want to give a little update on something. Yesterday, we had 2 stops at the gas station. On the first one, not to toot our own horn, but we got 34.7 miles to the gallon on this old beater that some people think is a great big gas hog. And the second tank, we got 34.8. So, woohoo! I'll take that, stick that in your hybrid and smoke it. We're a little upriver from Twin Falls here. And there's some interesting icicles on the rock wall over there. We haven't done this in about 20 years. Jumped off the highway to look at Shoshone Falls, near Twin Falls, Idaho. All sorts of little falls up there.
Is it clickety click?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
We made it back home to the farm. And we got back to some cloudy, rainy weather. But we had a good trip. Well, looks like we've had a bit of moisture while we were out of state. Pond is full, running full. And the stream outflow of the pond down the pasture. And today, let's go up and check out the critter cam. Pull the card, see if we got any footage while we were away. Here's where that sits. In fact, I can probably get a picture of us. Smile, you're on camera. And it looks out at the forest road over here. Smile, you're on camera.
I thought I saw a putty cat. I did saw a putty cat. That's all, folks.